Matthew 11. Jesus says these words. He says, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." Not sure how often you've heard the chicken dance song played as background for Matthew 11. But as day 59 hits us, and if it weren't for the internet, I wouldn't know that today is National Dance Like a Chicken Day. I'm more struck by the words in Matthew 11. It's this idea of having unforced rhythms of grace. Not a phrase that I made up, but really strikes me as unforced. When right now you could have definitely the attitude that there's nothing unforced about what's happening. It's all being pressured upon us. And in a way I can understand that. But to use the Christian-y phrase of, let's lean into this. Let's lean in to the opportunity that God is providing for a relationship. You can take what's going on and look at it from a different perspective. So for me, 59 days in, knowing that tomorrow is day 60, because I can count, but also knowing that tomorrow is then our last day of formal instruction as we look to closing out our school year, there have been so many losses that have occurred. And I'm not going to beat around the bush and say that, we're finding a new way to appreciate certain things. There's some things that they just hurt and are not fun. I am with you in many of them. I will probably struggle for the next week as I realize that the goodbye hugs from our seniors won't be happening. That the 8th graders, as they promote up into high school and they can't go to a college camp, as many of you who for one reason or another might be moving and transitioning to a different school to say goodbye to friends, to see that teacher who's made an impact or an influence in your life this year as you've had struggles of your own, and being able to have that final conversation for this school year before you go off for the summer. These things won't happen. You won't have a chance to clean out your lockers really well and make sure that I'm standing over your shoulder doing it and making sure that you're doing it the right way. That might be a good thing. There are other opportunities that we're going to be missing and other losses. There's a list that's a little too long to go through right now. But I'm going to. And the reason why is that in loss, there will be an opening for something new. It's easier to say afterwards. Right now, as I'm looking into the next week or two or the next couple months and over the summer, the other side of this is not yet clear to me. And as I was talking with a dear friend this morning on the phone, and then we had a chance to pray together, you've heard me say this is not a new normal. We have an opportunity to create a new normal when we return. When things get back to, and people say normal, I say let's get back to what's important. Things that we've talked about have been some of us have had opportunity to have a family dinner on a much more consistent basis. And that needs to be something that we continue for our family, maybe for yours. Having an evening walk with my wife where we can talk and debrief on the day, because we find ourselves sitting behind desks and doing work away from people. That's something we're going to keep and continue. I am someone who likes to have a schedule. I am someone who finds worth in my productivity and realizing that while I'm in the office and I'm being productive, this is not my worth. This is not my value. This is not who God has created me to be. He built me and you, us, for relationship. And for as much as this YouTube is doing it and having this connection on the video, my hope is that we can continue to build relationship in a different way, in a new way. Take a look. I've been taking time and some solitude to reflect, to listen to God, and to go without an agenda and give opportunity for Him to speak to me. I encourage you to do the same. In that time, write it down. Find the losses that are going to be the ones that you expect to see. There will be losses that you don't expect. And it is 100% okay to grieve those losses. You're going to be a little angry. Then you're going to deny that really it's going on. You're going to struggle and debate and negotiate ways around it. But ultimately, certain losses we let go. It doesn't mean we forget them. It means for a time we let them go. And in time, hopefully, we find some type of resolution in that loss. We grow in relationship to God through these times. So, chicken dance if you want. But if you don't feel like dancing, it's okay. Tomorrow's day 60. Probably going to be my last video as a connection point for now. The year's coming to a close. I want to say thank you. Thank you to the families. Thank you to the kids who've stepped up, persevered, and leaned in to a very difficult time. To your teachers who are struggling too, and they are making their very best attempt to have a Zoom call one final time so they can see your faces, enjoy your company, and pray with you as you step into what will be a new normal.